Welcome back again to Joe Stunner Boxing. Excuse me. So Galal Yafai scores his second win of his career. Stopped an opponent. It was actually a corner retirement at the end of the second round. And there isn't a great deal much to say other than that Galal Yafai absolutely dominated the opponent, a guy called Miguel Cartagena. American guy, aged only 29, which is kind of a little bit shocking looking at his age, because he's been a pro for 11 years and came into this fight with a 17 wins, 6 defeats and a 1 draw record. I looked down earlier on, I looked at BoxRec, looked at his record. Cartagena 5 years ago, he got stopped in 5 by Brian Valoria. I didn't see too many other well-known names or names of any real note. Has been very inactive. Seems to me, or it looks to me, judging by his record, that he was he's a part-time fighter, but still only 29. So he turned pro when he was 18. He couldn't do anything with Yafai. Yafai came out. Yafai is southpaw. Cartagena is orthodox, and Yafai just unloaded the punches like he had a buster catch. You know, I mean, this guy was just every conceivable punch he was throwing at Cartagena, and Cartagena couldn't get out of the way of any of them. His nose was blooded almost immediately. He looked shorter than Yafai. I don't know how tall Yafai is, probably about 5'6", I'm guessing. Cartagena looked at least 2 inches shorter. And Cartagena, I don't think, landed a single punch of any real substance against Yafai. Yafai, as a southpaw, he obviously favours the left cross, but at the same time, he loves the uppercuts. He throws a lot of meaty punches all over the place, you know, from all angles, totally on the front foot. He had nothing coming back at him, so he was quite happy to just keep going forwards. He picked up WBC International Flyweight title. For what that's worth, it gets him a ranking, I suppose. They're looking to fast track Yafai, and I don't see what the hurry is, because Yafai, I think he's 24. Why hurry someone? And there are some real killers in those lighter divisions. I mean, flyweights, you know, Bam Rodriguez is coming through. Was he 20, I think? 22? Terrific young fighter. Beat Cuadras stylishly in his last fight. And he is a universe away from the likes of, you know, Miguel Cartagena. But it was a good bit of work by Yafai. Landed some, you know, some very, very good combinations. Very offensive minded. He's going to be in some exciting fights. I mean, the crowd won't go unhappy whether Yafai ends up winning, you know, multiple world titles like Eddie Hearn seems to think he's going to do. But I don't see the hurry. I don't see the hurry. He's had 2 fights now, Yafai, both stoppages, both against, you know, tough journeyman types, I suppose you'd call them. What's the hurry? Build him into the division, you know. This gets him. Is it WBC International title get you a top 10 ranking? I think it's top 10 or 15. But you know, these quantum leaps have to be made sensibly if you're going to make them at all. And for someone of 24, Olympic gold medalist, lots of schooling, lots of experience of fighting on the big stage, of traveling the world, being in tournaments, I don't see any reason why he can't pick up more professional experience. This was a 10-rounder. Only his second fight, but it was never ever going to go 10 rounds. And I think the first fight, his first professional fight, he finished it in 5. So get him a few people, you know, top 20 guys who are going to take him rounds. Get him a few occasions where he's got to work for it and win a 10-round decision, maybe a 12-round decision. You know, he's got this WBC International belt. He might as well make a few defences against tough guys who are going to ask him questions over a very long distance. 12 rounds, 36 minutes of fighting. It's a long, long time. Different from the amateurs. Very different. Almost a different sport. But, yeah, I mean, I really think Yafai's got some talent, no doubt about it. But why rush? Why rush indeed? So, those are my thoughts. If you saw the fight and you want to make a comment, leave it below. And thanks for your time as always. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Just hit the subscribe button. Takes a second, cost you nothing. And thanks for your time, and we will speak again soon. Bye for now.